Did you know that nuclear submarines produce oxygen by burning candles? This also applies to the emergency onboard oxygen supply on passenger jets as well as the early Soviet space program. The reason I got interested in this subject was because of the Ghost Flight over Athens video that I did. The onboard oxygen supply of a commercial jetliner is fairly important in that story, and this was the first time that I learned that it was an oxygen generator that's used in these situations, not bottles of oxygen. That was when I found out that it was a chemical reaction, but the exact nature of the chemical reaction I was unknown to me. Then I was watching another video, Smarter Every Day, years later, where he was down on a nuclear submarine, and they were also producing oxygen by burning a candle. I had always assumed that when you had a nuclear generator's worth of free electricity that all of your oxygen would be provided by electrolysis, but no, it's a candle. Basically, you start with what's referred to as an inorganic superoxide. It's typically a chlorate or a perchlorate or an ozonide. They just light it on fire and it starts emitting oxygen. Apparently, along with the Soviet space program and airplanes and submarines, it's also used for firefighters and in mine rescues. But let's describe specifically the oxygen candle. So it's called a chlorate candle, commonly referred to as an oxygen candle. It's a cylindrical chemical oxygen generator that contains a mix of sodium chlorate and iron powder, which when ignited, smolders at about 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, producing sodium chloride, iron oxide, and at a fixed rate of about 6.5 man-hours of oxygen per kilogram of the mixture. The mixture has an indefinite shelf life if stored properly, so that's why they like to use them. Oxygen bottles have to be checked all the time, maintained, pressure checked, all this stuff. These candles, you can basically throw them on a shelf and they'll stay there forever. The mixture has an indefinite shelf life if stored properly. The candles have been stored for 20 years without decreased oxygen output. Thermal decomposition releases the oxygen. The burning iron supplies the heat. The candle must be wrapped in a thermal insulation to maintain the reaction temperature and to protect the surrounding equipment. This is the key reaction. I'm not enough of a chemist to do anything other than show it to you. Interesting factoid, an explosion caused by one of these candles killed two Royal Navy sailors on the HMS Tireless, a nuclear-powered submarine under the Arctic, on the 21st of March 2007. The candle had apparently become contaminated with hydraulic oil, which caused the entire thing to explode rather than burning.